Again, it's a dead stop, so he's just doing it for speed and working that explosiveness. He prefers that to resistance bands, and here he's doing the same thing but from a high angle. Alexey Voevoda is facing John Brzezinski in October at 115 kilograms, about 255 pounds. Now, he uploaded a video on his YouTube channel where he's talking about explosiveness in arm wrestling and how he trains explosiveness. And the reason I want to make this video is because the whole video is in Russian, so it's kind of hard to understand. You have to put it on auto translate, and the translation isn't perfect, but there's some really good concept in this video as far as training for explosiveness, and I want to kind of summarize it for English viewers out there as far as what he said. So I watched this whole video with the subtitles on, English subtitles, but the main concept of this video, he's talking about explosiveness in arm wrestling and how to train your nervous system, which is like your fast twitch fibers to be able to hit as fast as possible. And he talks about some exercises he does and some basic concepts. The main exercise he's doing is with a karate belt, but there's no weight on it. It's hooked to something, so it's coming to a dead stop basically. So he's hitting it into a dead stop, and he says that it will kind of hurt. Your tendons will be sore, but it's also condition your bones, similar to how like MMA fighters may kick like a steel pole with their shins, and it conditions their shins. So not only is it going to strengthen your bones and your connective tissues, but it's working your nervous system and your reactive time, your reaction time, is what he was talking about in this video. So he was doing it like that for pronation, then he also wrapped it differently and was doing it for supination like this. Again, it's a dead stop, so he's just doing it for speed and working that explosiveness. And he talked about how he prefers that to resistance bands, and here he's doing the same thing but from a high angle. What else he was talking about in this video is that everything starts from the fingers, and you want to work on moving your fingers, moving your wrist, then moving your arm, and then moving your lats, and moving everything in unison as fast as possible. So you want to work on that repetitions and speed, and being able to contract your muscles as fast as possible. That's what he's talking about. And he even talked about a concept where he'll wake up in the morning and he'll do something explosive just to work his nervous system. Like he'll do push-ups or some type of explosive movements to get his body firing, his muscles firing. So that was the main concept he was talking about. I thought this exercise he's doing with the karate belt was very interesting. How he's hitting it, it's hitting a dead stop, but it's working your explosiveness. And like I said, again, starting with the fingers, then the wrist, then the arm, and everything moves together as a chain. And the more you work that explosive fast twitch fiber, the more efficient you're going to be. And at the start of the video, he talks about how some people are naturally more explosive, some people are more endurance pullers, but he believes that either way, everyone can work on their explosiveness in order to improve. So that was the basic takeaway from his recent video. I wanted to translate this and give kind of a summary in English for those of you who are interested in Alexey Voevoda's training concepts, because this guy is super knowledgeable when it comes to arm wrestling, and his YouTube has been actually blowing up. He's only made his YouTube 3 weeks ago, but he's at about 21,000. Even like last week I had checked it and he was only at like 10,000 or something like that. But he's been uploading a lot of training videos, and this one in specific about explosiveness, he's made one on pronation and all sorts of different topics. You can check out his channel, I'll link it in the bio. But what do you guys think about the explosiveness training, the fast twitch fibers, the central nervous system in terms of firing all your muscles as fast as possible, not just your fingers, your wrist, your arm, your lat, your shoulder, everything at once? And the more you practice that speed, the more efficient you're going to be. And I thought that exercise with the karate belt was interesting because, like he was saying, it hits a dead stop. So he said doctors will not recommend you do this exercise, but he believes it's beneficial because it will condition your bones, condition your ligaments, and work that explosiveness. So the main question I have for viewers is, I know I have a lot of American viewers or Western viewers who these training concepts may be more known in Eastern Europe, but obviously Americans, we know, train explosiveness, and that's a good thing to do, but these specific exercises and the way he's kind of talking about it is kind of a foreign philosophy, I would assume, to a lot of people. What do you guys think about this? If you're an arm wrestler, do you train your explosiveness? Are you training it in this similar way where you're basically hitting the karate belt to its full extension point, to where you're not going to be able to go through it? Because if you think about it, that will help you in a match, because you're hitting a stopping point, but in an actual arm wrestling match, you'll be able to go through it because you're giving so much pressure in that training, and with speed as well. So what do you guys think about this? I'm really curious. I wanted to share this topic because I found it fascinating as someone who arm wrestles, and I may start to implement some of these concepts into my training for explosiveness. So that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. I'm out.